I think the best team in the Western Conference is the Edmonton Oilers. I think they're going to be the team that comes out of the West. I don't know who they're going to play from the East yet, but I'm going to go with the Edmonton Oilers as far as the team that's going to be in the Stanley Cup Final from the Western Conference. I think they have, and it's not just McDavid and Draisaitl, although they are obviously going to be the guys driving the bus. I think they finally seem to have found the goaltender who can make the big save in the big moment in Stuart Skinner, and he has really been a huge difference maker for them. He was the Rookie of the Month for March. He set an Oilers record for most wins by a goalie in a month in March. He's flying. They've won 8 in a row. They got a chance to maybe even pass Vegas and finish first in the division. I don't know if that matters as much, but as much confidence as they can take going into the playoffs, they got to the Western Conference Final last season, and I think that's been a target for them all along. There's some anger and some hunger there. My colleague Mike Zeisberger had a great 3-part one-on-one series with Connor McDavid, and nobody gets McDavid one-on-one, but Zeiss was able to do it. And he talks about how far they got last year and how that just sort of lit the fuse for them to be even hungrier for this season, to go farther, to do more. They got close, but it wasn't enough. They want to do more. They want to go farther. And when you have the talent, when you have the talent of a Connor McDavid and the drive that he has to be even better than he's ever been, I would not bet against him, and I wouldn't want to have to try to stop him in a 7-game series. So, yeah, I'll let that stand as my bold prediction. The Edmonton Oilers are going to reach a Stanley Cup Final this year.
So you have Edmonton, and who you have coming out of the East?
That's a great question. There's a lot of different directions you can go there. Until somebody in the East shows me they can beat Tampa Bay 4 times in a 7-game series, I might have to still say the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they look vulnerable. They've lost 4 games in a row, but regular season for them is the regular season. Their season's going to start come April 17th when the playoffs start. And, they've drawn the Tampa Bay they've drawn the Toronto Maple Leafs. They know what's coming. They know what they're going to have to do. Can they marshal it up for one more big run? They've been to the final now 3 straight years. Can they do it one more time? I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I have a feeling that the winner of that series, the winner of that Toronto-Tampa Bay series, could be the team that gets to the Stanley Cup Final from the East. It's, I'm not 100. I got to dig into it a little bit more because there's so many, you can make a case probably for 6 of the 8 teams that are going to get in that you could say, yeah, that's a Stanley Cup Final team. That's a potential championship team. Carolina, Jersey, the Rangers, Boston, Toronto, Tampa. You can make a really, really good argument for any of those 6 teams to say they're going to get to the Stanley Cup Final.
I think it's going to be a huge surprise because there are other teams. I mean, Florida could sneak in and be a team to beat. I mean, they have good goaltending. They have good offense. They have a very good defensive, tandem over there. So I still think Florida, and who knows? And I'm an Islander fan. The Islanders look like they're going to win. They have a hot goalie like Sorokin. Maybe they make a run with Barzal coming back. Who knows? Hockey is so fun to watch because you can never predict what's going to happen.
Well, that's it. And you're exactly right. Sorokin, he gets red hot. He's a guy who's capable of winning a playoff series all by himself. And whether it's Boston they end up drawing, whether it's Carolina, that is absolutely a thing that could happen. And Bobrovsky is capable of stealing a playoff series the same way. I just don't know if he can do it 4 times in a 7-game series and then do it again and then do it again just to get to the Eastern Conference Final.
By the way, the Islanders just clinched a playoff spot, winning 4-2 against the Montreal Canadiens in the final game of the season. So congratulations to the New York Islanders.